to make my favorite protein creamies. In this video, I will show you not only the basics of how to make the tastiest pints every time, but I will also be ranking every protein creamy from my favorite to least favorite. Let's get into it. The base for each of my protein creamies is going to be the exact same, so we're just going to speed up the process. You want to add 2 cups of whole milk or your milk of choice to each creamy. So for each of the creamies, I'm gonna add a little bit of sweetener, just a tiny bit of agave. You can add whatever sweetener you want, or honestly, you don't really need to add sweetener, but I just kind of like it. And also to enhance the flavor, I'm gonna be adding just a little pinch of salt. The first creamy I'm gonna be making is this chocolate peanut butter. For each of the recipes, the base of the recipe, I'm just gonna be pouring 1 single serve packet or just 1 serving size of Clean Simple Eats protein powder. And in order to mix my creamies, I like to use a milk frother to make sure it's like well incorporated. The next base recipe is cookies and cream. Don't worry about your liquid expanding over the max fill line, it's just because you're frothing it. The next flavor is mint chocolate cookie, which tastes just like a Girl Scout Thin Mint cookie. Feel free to leave the lids off if you don't want there to be a hump on top of your Ninja Creamy pint to make it easier to make, but I just like putting it on so I know it's not gonna spill. Now we just have to wait. Now just put your creamy pint into this little container and you just twist it and it will lock in. If you don't want your creamy pint to have this little lump on the top, then you can freeze it without the lid to avoid the lump. But if you follow my instructions and run it under some hot water and let it not really melt, but get rid of those icicles a little bit, it will be easier for your creamy to creamify without breaking your machine. Now, in order to install your bowl, you just follow this little guide. It says bowl installation, and that's where you want to put your creamy pint in. Just slide your creamy pint in through the bowl installation area where it has the arrows and turn it all the way to the right until you hear that click. Now that it's locked in, you can choose either ice cream or light ice cream, since this does have dairy in it, and if you want, a milkshake. But for today's purposes, I'm going to choose light ice cream. When it no longer sounds like a rocket ship is taking off, then your creamy is done. Now you just want to press that lever again to release and pull like before. Before you move on, we're going to check and see if this needs to be respun, and have no fear because I am here. No, I'm kidding. But when it's really extra creamy like this, it will be sometimes hard to take it off. But look at that. Look at that soft serve. Single spin following my instructions. Look at this. Wow. It looks like it's done, so we're just gonna take it out and try it. This is the type of consistency that I was looking for. It's kind of like, you know, McDonald's soft serve Oreo McFlurry. Look at that. 1 single spin, 46 grams of protein, and 400 calories for this entire pint. The first protein creamy on the agenda today is again the cookies and cream flavor by Clean Simple Eats. And if you use the Fairlife whole milk, then this whole thing is 400 calories. If you want to get the calories down, you can always use the low-fat milk, but this has 46 grams of protein and 400 calories in the whole pint, which is pretty good to me. Okay, so far, this flavor, top of the board, 10 out of 10. Let's see if that changes and try some more creamies. Also, I'd like to mention that I am an affiliate with Clean Simple Eats. This video is not sponsored. I'm doing it out of my own accord because I love Clean Simple Eats. I use their protein powders, consume them all the time, and buy them myself. But if you guys are interested in trying it out, my discount code for Clean Simple Eats is Brooklyn10. Between each creamy, you're gonna wanna clean this off, and it's very easy. Just take the paddle off like I showed earlier by holding down this lever. Should come off like that. And then just rinse it with water. And you can also put each of the parts in the dishwasher to clean as well. Next up, we're trying the Clean Simple Eats chocolate peanut butter protein powder creamy. Same exact stats, 46 grams of protein and 400 calories for the whole pint. So this has like a very strong peanut butter taste. Seems like I didn't get all of the ice out whenever I ran it under hot water, but that's no big deal. It doesn't really affect the taste. It's user error. This is like a very tasty peanut butter cup. I would recommend using a mix-in of like Reese's peanut butter cups if you'd like. I feel like that'd be so delicious, and maybe run it on ice cream or light ice cream, depending on what you want. I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10 as well, but it's second on the board so far. The next one that we're gonna try is this Clean Simple Eats, of course, then mint chocolate cookie. I've had this one before, and it's even better if you use the Fairlife chocolate milk in it instead of the regular milk, but I'm telling you, especially whenever you use the chocolate milk, it tastes just like a Girl Scout Thin Mint cookie, which would be the perfect mix-in for this. This protein powder, I would say, is now second on my list to the cookies and cream, and chocolate peanut butter is third. The next one we're gonna try is white chocolate peppermint. I have had this one before. I really like this one, especially if you're in a Christmassy mood, and I like to add those like soft crushed peppermints as a mix-in. Really delicious, but I'm gonna give this one probably a 9 out of 10 because I wouldn't want to eat it all the time like I would with the other flavors. To make each of the creamies, I'm just adding 1 serving size of the Clean Simple Eats protein powder and 2 cups of Fairlife whole milk. I'm gonna add just a little bit of agave syrup as my sweetener, or is this agave nectar? Just says a light agave to each of them. Now I like to write the name of the creamy on the lid. The next one we'll be trying is this strawberry cheesecake flavor. Ooh. Okay, this is the perfect strawberry cheesecake flavor. Honestly, I don't think that Clean Simple Eats can do any wrong with any of their flavors. They're all pretty top tier, but based on my preferences, I'm still gonna rank them all in order from favorite to least favorite. I actually do have something that I would like to use as a mix-in for this, so let's get into it. For the mix-in, I'm gonna be using this homemade strawberry cheesecake cookie that I made. You can just push it in there. It's honestly a really big cookie. There we go. Once you lock your machine as shown previously, press the mix-in button. After the mix-in with the strawberry cheesecake cookie, this is what it looks like. This looks absolutely divine, so now it's time to try it with the mix-in of a strawberry cheesecake cookie. This, with the strawberry cheesecake cookie, it's high up there. It's high up there, I'm not gonna lie. Even alone, it's so delicious. The next one I'll be taste testing is Bananas Foster. Wow. Gorgeous. This one is definitely up there on the list as well. It's one of the ones that I could probably eat every day and not get tired of. A mix-in that I'd recommend for this one is actually like some vanilla wafers. Like so, I like adding those to this flavor. I have tried this flavor before. Obviously, it is amazing. 10 out of 10, definitely recommend. We have 3 more to go, so I'm not gonna be doing a mix-in. On to the next one. Next, we're trying coconut cream. I am a huge coconut girly, so I have high hopes for this one because this one is new to me. Yeah. Mm. 10 out of 10, no notes. Clean Simple Eats is amazing. They literally hit it every time. On to the next one. The next one we'll be trying is cotton candy. Oh my gosh. Clean Simple Eats just like really just never misses, because this cotton candy flavor is just so divine. Like I know a lot of people are like, I'm so scared to get the cotton candy flavor. Get the cotton candy flavor. It's super delicious. And if you're worried about getting the big pack, you can just get the small little packets of it. I mean, to me, it definitely tastes like the blue side of cotton candy. On to the next one. This next one is cake batter. Definitely tastes like cake batter. I feel like this one would be really good with like a cupcake as a mix-in if you're not worried about calories. That would be super delicious. Or maybe like mix a sweetener like vanilla bean paste in it, and I feel like it would be extra chef's kiss. So now let's get to the tier list. For the tier list, I wrote everything down, so I'm gonna be reading off on my iPad. So my favorite, like, number one would be cookies and cream, because I feel like it's the most like authentic ice cream flavor. You definitely can't tell that it's protein powder. I really like that, you know, if you added Oreos to it, like you would be like literally not able to tell that it's protein ice cream. Well, you can't really tell in general, but I feel like adding that extra sugar would really like, you know, would really make it seem like it's real ice cream. It does taste delicious, trust me. My second favorite is Thin Mint, but it would be with the chocolate Fairlife instead of regular. I was just out because it just tastes like a Girl Scout Thin Mint cookie. It's absolutely delicious. And imagine if you had Thin Mints to add as a mix-in. Oh my goodness. The next one is coconut cream. I'm really just a coconut fan, so take everything I say kind of with a grain of salt, because like, let's be honest, like all of these flavors are super delicious, but these are just my rankings based on what I like. I love coconut cream. It's the perfect like creamy coconut flavor. If you like coconut, I would definitely give it a try. It's very refreshing. Next up is Bananas Foster. This is like a really perfect flavor. It's very refreshing as well. I could eat this one all the time. And if you add like vanilla wafers or maybe just like a banana to it, I don't know, maybe that would add like some extra dimension, but it's a really, really nice base flavor. Next on the list is strawberry cheesecake. And you guys know how much I really enjoyed that strawberry cheesecake. So you know that even though it's this low on the list, it's still absolutely delicious, especially when you add a strawberry cheesecake cookie in it, which is homemade. If you guys want that recipe, I have it up on my TikTok. Next up is chocolate peanut butter. So this one, it's like very, very peanut buttery. The chocolate isn't as noticeable, but I would still say it's very good, especially if you're a peanut butter and chocolate lover. I really love these. Like, I feel like in my mind, all the ones I've listed are a 10 out of 10. Stuff is cotton candy. Love it. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Wouldn't want to eat it every day, but it is delicious. So, I mean, if you like cotton candy, especially the blue cotton candy, definitely give it a try. The next on the list is cake batter. I feel like it would be even better if you added like a mix-in in it. I have eaten this one quite a few times, but to me, this one has like a little bit of that, I don't know, it has like that little aftertaste. So I'm also gonna give this one actually an 8 out of 10 for cake batter. So white chocolate peppermint, I think it's like really delicious with mix-ins on its own. I feel like it's more like a 8 or maybe a 7 out of 10. And that's last on the list. So let's go over it again. My favorite, number 1, cookies and cream. Number 2, Thin Mint. Number 3, coconut cream. Number 4, Bananas Foster. Number 5, strawberry cheesecake. Number 6, chocolate peanut butter. 7, cotton candy. 8, cake batter. And 9, white chocolate peppermint. If you guys would like to see some more Ninja Creami recipes, let me know down in the comments, and check out this video for Ninja Creami recipes with no protein powder or Jell-O packets. Don't forget to subscribe.